and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video we are going to cover what is your time worth. Now it's quite a loaded question, isn't it? Worth can mean so many different things to so many different people. In this video I am going to cover monetary value, value to you as an individual, value to your family, and value to your life in general. I'm going to break down a typical day in the life of an individual, whether it's a business owner, somebody who's in a high demand job, or an entrepreneur, or just somebody who just doesn't have enough hours in the day. We're going to look into it all and see where we can add value back into your life. The theme of last year seemed to be time. When we speak about Christmas and things like that, there was this theme running where people were saying, stop spending lots of money on people and give them your time. Sometimes that's all anybody wants. Sometimes it's the most valuable gift you can give someone. Well, I think each day we just take for granted how much time we waste doing things that we don't need to do. Let me show you. Okay, so I've done this from a business perspective. You could do this yourself from a lifestyle perspective as well, and things you do throughout the day that are taking you away from the focus of your business. And again, that's stuff that we can look into as well. So on a day-to-day basis, let's say we spend 2 hours on diary and inbox management. Now that might just be sending quick responses to clients. That could be organising meetings, then updating calendar. It might be that you've got weekly or monthly meetings you want to put in the diary, and that can take some time. Whether it's sending over proposals, tenders, that document, that photo, whatever. On average, we spend about 2 hours in our inbox and calendar. Quite a bit of time. Next up, updating CRMs and databases. I've put 15 minutes in here as I think that's about an average time. It may be a little bit longer for some, but if you're using databases like Infusionsoft, Salesforce, Capsule, or you've got your own Office one that you've had created for you, and you're updating clients' details, you're adding a note here and there, each time you do that you spend about 5 minutes. So I've said, say you do this 3 times a day, that's 15 minutes in a day you're spending on this. Next up, travel. Now this doesn't necessarily mean just booking travel. This could be looking how to get to your next meeting, looking when you're adding a meeting to the diary, looking at how long it's going to take to get there, factoring that into your diary. It can be looking at booking trains, it can be looking at flight details, anything like that where you've got to get from A to Z and you're doing that all by yourself. 60 minutes a day, okay? And then we come to general admin. General admin can be anything from expenses, it could be proofreading, it could be copywriting, putting together proposals, a PowerPoint presentation, etc. Let's say we spend on average about 2 hours doing this, okay? And then personal items. So you think, oh, I haven't ordered such and such a gift. Oh, I've got to quickly send that utility over to somebody. Oh, I've been meaning to compare my utilities and I haven't managed to do that yet. Or maybe looking at holidays perhaps. You know, I've put 30 minutes in here because I can't imagine we're looking at holidays every day. So let's say 30 minutes a day for general personal things. It could even be just ordering your shopping. But there we go, 30 minutes, okay? So that's how long you're spending a day on each thing, okay? So let's look how much that equates to. All right, on a daily basis, 5 hours and 45 minutes each day. 5 hours and 45 minutes each day. 28 hours and 45 minutes each week. And then on a monthly basis, if we went on 4 weeks, that's 115 hours every single month. Wow. Now, if you think 5 hours and 45 minutes each day, let's say we do 8 hours, 9 hours a day, 9 hours, 10 hours a day. Add on to that your meetings, any phone calls coming in, people coming in to chat to you and asking your opinion on things. Can you see now why you are in the office till late every night? While you're working those hours that you could be at home with your family. When you break it down like this, it's easy to see the time you are spending on these things. Now you might look at that and go, Okay, yeah, I know that. But what do you want me to do about it? Let's look at it from a money point of view, okay? This is how much money you're spending on each task. Say you earn £100, your hourly rate is £100. £200 just on managing your inbox and your diary, £25 to update CRMs, £100 on travel, £200 just doing general admin, and £50 on personal items. In a day, that adds up to £575. £575 each day that you're not earning. £2,875 each week. And then in 4 weeks, on a monthly basis, £11,500 that you are not earning each day because you are spending time on each of these tasks. So let's look at this. On a daily basis, you're spending 5 hours and 45 minutes on admin, which equates to £575. In a week, to 28 hours, 45 minutes, which equates to £2,875. In a month, you are wasting 115 hours, £11,500 a month. Wow. So did it surprise you to see it laid out like that? Just how much time you spend on a daily, weekly, monthly basis on general admin? It's quite surprising, isn't it? We take for granted just how much time we spend doing those tasks because they're just part and parcel of our day. And then we wonder why we're still in the office at 7 o'clock at night, or working of a weekend, or never having a lunch break. But what if you could? What if you could give that away and spend that time finding clients and billing more, leaving the office in time and getting home to have dinner with your family, be there for bath time, see your children before they go to bed, or just have a lunch break? Go have lunch with a friend, have more holidays because you don't need to be there to cover all that work. Well, you can do it. And I know you're going to think, oh, I knew she was going to say this, but hiring a VA means you can do all those things. Now you're sitting there going, oh, well, she thinks we're all made of money. No, I don't. Because you're not making money, because you're wasting just under 6 hours a day on admin, so you're not earning money. Think of it this way, okay? You're losing, say you earn £100 an hour, or you're losing £100 an hour. What if I could give you £65 an hour back? Because that's how much it costs to hire me as a VA. £35 an hour. So think about that. In a day, so in an hour, I could give you £65 back. In a day, I could give you £373 back. In a week, I could give you £1,878 back. Money that you're not earning at the minute. Wow. I would say that's worth it, wouldn't you? That's how much time back. That's how much your time could cost if you got it back. £1,868 a week. And that's after you've paid me. Isn't that worth it? Don't you think that's worth it? I'll give you an example. I have a client, and I regularly talk about him in my social media. He's probably sick to death of hearing references to the work I do for him and things. But he was somebody, when I started with him, he thought he would only need a VA on average 2 to 3 hours a week. I bill probably 10 hours a week for him, anywhere between 8 and 10 hours a week for him. This is someone who didn't think he was going to be able to bill more than 3 hours a week. In the first day of working with him, I did 6 hours of admin for him. And he sent a text saying, absolute game changer. He has now fully embraced the VA, and I do everything for him. I do his emails and his diary. I do proofread things for him. I do copywriting. I do all his personal stuff. I had to get him an emergency passport the other week because he had lost it. Something that I spent 45 minutes doing, he didn't need to do. All he had to do was get up the next day and drive to get it. How much time saved? That could be you. So when you're thinking about it and you're thinking, oh, I just wish I had more time. I'm missing out on time with my children. I'm missing out on time with my partner. I'm tired. I just want some time to myself. Honestly, you can afford it. Hire a VA. Your time is worth it. £1,868 back a week. Think about it. I hope you found this video of use. Don't forget, before you leave, click the subscribe button below, and I'd love to hear your comments and your thoughts on what your time is worth. See you soon.